Achilles always was a lonesome man, you know. I pitied him, but I could never quite extract him from his thorny shell. Now he stews resentfully down there. You needn't bear the brunt of his frustrations.
Have you grown trusting of the Olympians for all their generosity? Perhaps you ought to let them know the truth about your journey's goal. They are vain, and think that it is them you seek.
I'll never get out of here if not for their help, but I can't let them know about Mother. She wants to remain hidden from them.
A difficult position to be in, son of Hades. The Olympians may not appreciate being misled, but you can trust that I shall keep your secret. I wish to see how your predicament plays out.
You met Achilles after all, Godling. He was quite instrumental in the war of my design. Still, he resisted my attempts to sway his actions. You tell him simply I admire him.
May this small offering bring you some joy there on Olympus, Lady Demeter. Thank you for all your help.
A conscientious gift, my little sprout, and I am grateful for your generosity. A bit of nectar cut straight through the cold, I say. All of the love and beauty in the world can wither in a season, Zagreus. Remember that when next the goddess Aphrodite makes her promises.
Please be Meg. I knew it.
You've really done it, Zagreus. My sisters have returned. All three of us now share the same assignment.
Is it wrong of me that I'm somewhat honored to have garnered the attention of the Erinyes?
Oh, I would say it's very wrong of you indeed.
Happy to be in the area, boss. Seeing as the mortal folk up here keep dying off, and someone's got to bring their souls down to your domain now, don't they?
I gotta hand it to you, Zag. You don't back down. You don't ever back down. What is this, like the 20th time that you've attempted to escape?
You dare to play with my heart, little godling? I'll just take yours and shatter it to pieces then, I think.
Love and jealousy go hand in hand, don't they, dearest? Although the former is much more pleasant, isn't it?
A challenger? I shall never yield the title champion of Elysium to the likes of you.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Thank you, boy. Nice night, no?
I must admit to something, boy. Achilles taught you reasonably well. I expected that if anyone could train you into martial competence, it would be him.
Though you didn't expect that one day I would end up using everything I learned from him against you.
I anticipate more than you know. But Achilles merely practiced against mortals. Now you practice against me.
Mine. I caught a bass. So much water. Uncle Poseidon's realm.
Welcome back, my son.
It's only me.
I could not stand it on Olympus, Zagreus. The blustering, the posturing, my overbearing mother. None of it. I would have left the mountain voluntarily, except...
Except Father absconded with you, didn't he? Dragged you down with him into the underworld. So if Olympus were to find that out, I shudder to think of the consequences.
That fool is trying to protect me even now. It wasn't he who absconded with me, my son. And it's more complicated even than that. I was content to leave, willing to make my life within the underworld, with your father.
I dare not ask who did bring you to father then. So essentially you ran away from home to live with him. I mean no disrespect, but did you realize what you were getting yourself into?
We have a tendency to be impetuous when we are younger, Zagreus. I heard all about your father before we met. Admired paintings of him. It was very awkward at first, but he had a bluntness I fancied. A sense of principle. I much preferred him to his brothers, I can tell you that.
So, then you secretly left Mount Olympus to be with the god of the dead in the underworld, and Olympus never found out. What do you suppose would happen if they did?
I think there would be war between Olympus and your father, Zagreus, if they found out. Especially now, after all this. And after all this time. They slew their parents once. If the Titans could be wiped from this world, so can we all.
So it makes sense. If Father, he agrees with you and thinks that leaving you in hiding here, that it's the only way he can prevent that war.
I can see how your father, shrewd but also single-minded as he was, might have followed such a line of reasoning as that. Oh, Zagreus. What have I done?
No. What have I done? I can't. Oh, I need to fix this.
Darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well, you show 'em next time. Would you do that for me, huh?
Sure. Achilles, have you ever run across the Shade of Daedalus in all your time? I found some of his legendary hammers out there, but no sign of him.
I've never met him, no. Your father keeps him fully occupied with building out his underworld and renovating constantly. No wonder some of his old crafting tools are strewn about. I take it you've been able to make use of them?
Indeed I have. Who's the best three-headed boy?
The many-headed Cerberus is busy thinking of his next savory meal.
Megarod tells me that you surpassed her well out there. How utterly embarrassing for her, to say the least.
I suppose you're going to punish her in some cruel fashion, then?
Oh, I've already seen to that, of course. You think she volunteered to deal with you? Nobody did. That's how ignoble a task it is.
That's strangely comforting to know. Hey, Orpheus. You know about the time I vanquished 7 legions of bloodless warriors with both hands tied behind my back while hopping on one foot? Lord Poseidon dared me to do it, you know.
Why, that is a spectacularly vivid tale, Zagreus, and most deserving to be chronicled in song. Would that there were a poet here still willing to commit such deeds to verse.
Would that there were, mate.
Child, quickly now, before you go. I know how all of this must look. Know that I was true to her, Persephone, and that I think fondly on the time she spent with us.
Of course, Nyx. Though, why did she really leave the underworld, do you think? Besides, because of me. So what if she thought I died at birth?
She did not feel that she belonged. It was a very difficult adjustment she was forced to make. And she feared that she would inevitably end up caught between Olympus and this realm. That she might start a war.
A war? Wars have been fought for less, I understand. And Father must have been a real burden, too.
You do not know. Ask her yourself about her time with him. But I have already said too much, and I cannot say more.
You've said more than enough. I'll see you next. Have to tell you, Deucer, your job seems really stressful here. It's a big house. You have to tend to the entire thing.
Oh, well, most of it isn't so bad at all. But ever since Cerberus tore up the lounge, I guess it's been a little hectic getting everything back to normal like before.
I'm not sure it was ever normal around here, but I'm sorry I created work for you. Cerberus tore the place apart because of me. Though maybe I can help you patch things up.
Don't say that, Prince. Cerberus knows better, and besides, you have your job to do, don't you? And I have mine. And I will do my very best at it. Just wait and see.
And she's off.
So, pal, my sources tell me that you made it pretty far, which means my usefulness is coming to an end.
Your usefulness? What, you just mean the standing around letting me lay into you with whatever vicious attack sequence I fancy at the time?
Yeah, once you achieve your goal, my contract's up. You won't need me anymore.
But only if I leave for good, isn't that right? So if I stuck around, you'd stay here too?
Probably, but wait, you're really gonna stay?
Sure looks that way.
Huzzah!